Hey everyone, how are you all doing? I trust your week is starting well. Um, this is something that I want to start doing now because I'm actually reacting to a particular feedback that I got from the Honest Bunch podcast. Shout out to Nedu, Osman Materia, Zine, and the crew of Honest Bunch for having me on the other time that we had conversation for a long time. And I got loads and loads of comments, loads of Kapasa, please, we need you more to be talking online, to be doing all of these things. And by the way, that does not mean that all I will be doing on this particular thing now is just talk because I still do music and I actually intend to release music very soon. And by the way, that should let me tell you that please hit the subscribe button on my YouTube. I don't really engage my YouTube before now, but as it is now, I need to start dropping music. I'm actually dropping a video that I did on the project that I announced on the Bunch podcast that I'm trying to work on some of Nice's old catalogs and some old songs that I've produced that I'm trying to refresh them. So hit the subscribe button and be the first to be notified when some of these videos drop. By the way, one of the videos is dropping in a couple of days from now. We are done with the video. We are done with the mixing and mastering of song. So let's get to the reason why we are here. So today, I'm not touching any of those things that we touched at the Honest Bunch podcast, but I want to touch something that I have actually noticed in recent times. You know, some people are scared to talk about it. Some, when they even want to talk about it, they try to play, how will I say, they try to place it. And it has to do with this issue of Japa. If you notice, people will say that Nigeria is becoming empty because a lot of people are jackpine. I just came back from a very long trip that took me to the United States and to the United Kingdom, and I discovered that almost everybody that I know, friends, families, and co, guys that we grew up on this, that we grew up together in the same area, most people have actually jackpot. Most people that I know, they've jackpot, they've left Nigeria for reasons best known to them. Some of them, when I get to talk to them, they give me some reasons that I feel like, okay, for this reason. But the major excuse everybody gives, and I'm very intentional calling it an excuse, is that, it's because of the children. Hmm. It's because of the children. Well, to everybody that says it's because of the children, I think they might have a valid, I will still call it an excuse, a valid excuse. But there's this thing about it that I want to say. Am I in for Japa or not for Japa? 100% I'm in for Japa. I'm down with the Japa as an idea, but I'm going to try to talk about what, especially by me talking to a particular mentor, because I've also thought about it before that, everybody's leaving, let me to Kawasa, pack your load, let's go there. But I will tell you some of the lessons that I learned talking to one of my mentors. And the idea, because I was skeptical that, look, okay, so I have stuff that I'm doing here in Nigeria. People will say, but Kabasa, you have stuff that you are doing that is bringing in money, that is bringing all of that. It go shock you. But let me just put it this way. Not that I don't have what I'm doing in Nigeria. I have stuff that I'm doing in Nigeria that are working for me. I have stuff that I'm doing in Nigeria that I hope is going to work. In fact, those ones that I hope that are going to work might even be where the breakthrough is. And a lot of times, I also get stranded that I'm looking at, I'm paying so much for school fees, I'm doing all of that. And in my head, I just feel like the best thing to do is to actually japa. But one thing I want to say is that most times when people japa, especially some of our guys that lives abroad, they don't really tell us the truth, sincerely. A lizard in Nigeria will not become an alligator abroad. So before you japa, make sure you are a person of value. Make sure you're a person of worth. Don't just relocate. Prepare yourself in such a way that when you get into the new system, you will actually penetrate. And for some of us, you don't even need to relocate yourself, as in to change geography. All you need to actually do is to create something that will be everywhere. That, in fact, it is better before your idea to jackpot physically before you even jackpot, so that when you get into this new system, you will not be sacrificing your dream. Because what I've seen over time with most people that are living is that we pay so much money to actually leave the country, and they get abroad. And some of the things you see them experience, it is not too palatable. You see somebody doing very well in Nigeria, they leave Nigeria, they go and live in one small house, they barely they okay, let's say they eat, they have stuff that they eat, they have all of those things. Because if you are not careful, what Japa will mean for a whole lot of people is that you'll be sacrificing your dream. You'll be sacrificing so many things that is even worthy to you more than you. Because at the end of it, what you want to go and get abroad is comfort. And comfort, like I will always say, can be a distraction to a whole lot of things that that you have inside of you that you want to unleash. I know many artists, I know many great guys that are doing very well in Nigeria that they've jackpot because they just feel like there is something better at the other side. And by the time they get there, before they get to settle down, before they say they want to settle down or do stuff like that, there is no time again. You understand? Because you keep working that rat race thing that you will work as you are working, you are using all your money to pay tax, to pay bills, to do all of those things. And by the time at the end of the month, you don't really have a savings to keep. You don't really have stuff that you can say, okay, these are the things that I'm gaining or that I've gained coming down to this place. So, like I said, I'm in for Japa, but why I'm saying this is that so that we all don't just jump into that rat race. I'm saying before you leave, make decision, plan yourself to penetrate into the system, not just to become another, to just not just to go there and be living in Nigeria in another country. Because many people that I know that have traveled out, they are still living as Nigeria in other countries. They left Nigeria, but Nigeria did not leave them. They get into those countries, and all they still want to do is still to go around that rat race of survival. Let me just have something to eat. Let my family have something to feed, and that is all. I'm not saying that is bad. That is not that bad. It's also good to also dream, which is why I'm saying if you are going to Japan, make sure you are a person of value so that your dream will still be valid in anywhere that you find yourself. You can be a global citizen. There is nothing bad in being a global citizen. Like for most musicians that I know that have Japan, a lot of them are still working. They are still doing stuff here in Nigeria and they are doing stuff abroad. That is penetration. A lot of them and some of them that I know that the only market that they are still operating in is in Nigeria. I try to talk to them that look, that market needs Afrobeats. You can still penetrate into that market and still do what you have to do to actually get stuff done for yourself. Because making money here in Nigeria, by the time you change it to pound sterling or you change it to dollar, the money becomes very small, which is an unfortunate thing. You understand? Especially when you get to be paying in dollars, you are paying in pound sterling. So make yourself a person of what by self-development, develop yourself, develop your talents, develop your craft, make sure you are growing on a daily basis and try to create things that you know that the world will need. We cannot just remain local champion, which is why I said that Japan thing can I'm a Christian and I believe when Genesis 1 said, dominate, multiply, replenish the earth, Japa was part of the plan. Because if you just stay in your comfort zone, Nigeria too can become too much of a comfort zone for some people that, look, I don't just want all those wahala, with all those things that I said. Now, some will say, I don't want to go to those countries and become a third class citizen and all of that. No, you can also be a person of value from here so that when you go to all of those places, eventually you will still be a first class citizen instead of becoming a third class citizen. What makes people become less of who they were before leaving is actually lack of value. In Nigeria, yeah, I keep talking, I studied economics and I know that you don't just discuss unemployment without discussing unemployability. That is the concept of somebody not being employable. Make sure you are a person that is employable. If you are employable, sincerely, you might not have a reason to actually leave Nigeria. Some people that have good jobs, that are employable, that are leaving Nigeria, sincerely, most of them are going with, you understand, values that when they get to all those places, they still get to do some. It's even faster for them because it's just to do one course to refresh whatever they have gathered here and to be able to work in those systems. And in no time, they are able to settle down. So I am not really, sincerely, I'm not really saying that people should not travel, but please, before you do, if you intend to travel out, if you intend to stay, make yourself first a person of value. And I think that will go a long way to really help you settle down. I will be doing this and more of this as time permits me, that let's just get to talk, let's just get to share ideas. If you have comments, if you have feedbacks, and you have probably some concern about some of the things that I said, and I'm going to put out this particular caveat, I don't have all the answers. This is just me, my thoughts, and some of the things that I've learned from that I'm sharing here. So if you have answers, if you think there are other reasons why people can actually live without being people of value, you can actually share it under the comment section. And please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is very necessary. I need to start putting out music, but this YouTube channel needs to grow. So guys, till we get to talk next time, peace out.